Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, as we are back with another live stream. We're back with another live stream here. We have the visiting, in our first of a doubleheader between the visiting Lake Center Christian Tigers. We have the JV girls game coming up in about 40 seconds as the teams get their final talks in before tip-off. Once again, it is senior night here, so I believe the senior night festivities, so to speak, will be happening during the halftime of this game, so in about 30 to 45 minutes. Tigers look ready. They, I believe 2 weeks ago, Sarah Seaman had 7 3-pointers when they faced Lake Center Christian here. Looks like Garfield with their G-Men with their normal starting 5, Zoe May, Courtney Brayler, Nora Trent doing the jump here, Riley Swagonski and Maggie Fogel. Looks like LCC will have Graham, Carmi as Garfield wins a tip, and then Riley Swagonski almost travels. Carmi trying to draw the charge there. Riley Swagonski gets blocked. LCC's starting lineups: Schwartzentruber, Clark, Graham, Carmi, and Folk. So they'll look to get another win here again in a senior night, and Garfield with the turnover, so they don't have the best start to the game, as looks like Graham's going to do the ball handling over to Carmi, over to Folk, and then G-Men are going to hop into a 2-3 zone. Schwartzentruber really killed them from 3 last time out, so they're going to look to limit her open looks. Folk dribbles it, picks up her dribble, swings it over to Graham. Graham looks to jive on Swagonski, over to Schwartzentruber, and then over to Folk, over to Schwartzentruber again for the mid-range shot that she can't hit. So Zoe May knocks it out of bounds, and it will be Tigers' ball underneath their basket. They just lob it up to Graham. Schwartzentruber looks for a pass. Clark cuts down the paint. Zoe May defending Folk there. Folk drives over to Clark. And then Carmi gets in the lane on Brayler. Then over to Graham, who steps into a 3. No good. I'm sure Coach Brayler's unhappy with that unsuccessful box out. Schwartzentruber is going to dribble in, get it stolen away by Zoe May. Zoe May picks it up, then turns it right back over. So Folk eventually picks it up, and then Zoe May another steal. She looks to, gets blocked by Folk. Then Graham down the sideline over to Schwartzentruber. Airballs that one right over to Folk. So first 2 points of the game come from Emma Folk, the freshman. So Maggie Fogel catches the inbound pass over to Riley Swagonski. Riley Swagonski using her, trying to fight off the defender there. And again, it looks like we have only one official for tonight's matchup, so as it is actually G-Men ball. Maggie Fogel spins on some Tigers, lobs it over to Nora Trent, over to Zoe May. Zoe May gets it to the streaking Nora Trent, and then Carmi with the steal. So G-Men and Tigers playing a little bit of sloppy basketball here, just like we saw the first time they played. So over to Graham in the corner, over to Schwartzentruber. Schwartzentruber with a contested 3. Bank is not open currently, so let's see if that can open back up later as Maggie Fogel throws it right off Schwartzentruber, and then the jump ball is forced. So it looks like it will stay with the G-Men. G-Men won the tip-off, so I'm not sure if that's correct, but that's what the board says, so that's what we'll go off of. Riley Swagonski to inbound. It is indeed Tigers ball. Good job by the scoreboard operator to sound the buzzer and alert the referee. So Carmi gets it into her teammate, and then Elena Clark puts it in, and then another turnover here. Carmi just gonna wisely let it roll out of bounds. Look up, she looks like it is G-man ball, so Carmi must have thought it was out off of a G-man as Nora Trent gets it in the backcourt, gets double teamed, gets it over to Maggie Fogel. Maggie Fogel dribbles through some Tigers and then gets it over to Riley Swagonski. Riley Swagonski probably has Maggie Fogel open for three. Maggie Fogel's gonna step into a three that she front rim and off, so Nora Trent's gonna do a nice little spin move and get to the basket. So good little post move there as Nora Trent gets in the scoring column. Again, 42, about halfway through the first quarter here. G-men back in that 2-3 zone press. Folk almost travels. Carmi can probably get in the lane at will here. And then Schwartzentruber with another three-pointer attempt. And then Fogel eventually comes up with the rebound. And then another jump ball. So Coach Brailer a little angry there as Callie Tasker and Michaela Swagonski are going to come in for Zoe May and Courtney Brailer. Swagonski inbound here, gets it up to Fogel, gets it up to Trent, and then Riley Swagonski has a fast break. Schwartzentruber, the good chase down defense there, gets it over to Fogel. Jacks up a contested mid-range shot that Nora Trent runs down, gets it over to Fogel. Fogel looking to make something happen, picks up a dribble, gets it over to Trent. And then Callie Tasker in the lane, over to Michaela Swagonski, looks to drive baseline. Might have traveled, but catches her own rebound and another jump ball. So that seems to be about 4 jump balls here. So we'll see if the teams can break out of that habit. And as Grace Sirocco is going to check in for Nora Trent. So Coach Brailer already going as deep into his bench as he can, playing 8. And it looks like Emily Miller checks in for Emma Folk. So Tigers change it up a little bit. Keep the rest of their 4 in there, so. Schwartzentruber with the ball in the corner, might have traveled. And then that is indeed a travel on Emily Miller, who just checked in. Again, very difficult for the referee to get every single call correct with there only being 1 of them. Of course, varsity games there's 3, JV games there's normally 2, but today there is only 1. Just have to respect his calls and know that he's doing his best. As Maggie Fogel is going to look to make something happen, gets a screen from Grace Rocco, maybe could have pulled up from mid-range, gets it over to Michaela Swagonski. Michaela Swagonski looking to dribbles it off her knee there, gets it over to Riley. And then good pass in there to Callie Tasker, who gets blocked, but she'll be shooting 2. So that's our first foul of the game. We'll see who that's on. Looks like that is on number 13 from the Tigers. So that is Graham. So Abby Graham has her first foul of the game. As Callie Tasker knocks down that one, so she's got a point. Callie Tasker looking to tie the game, and she cannot there as Clark runs down the rebound. So might have traveled and then throws it right to Callie Tasker, gets it over to Michaela Swagonski. Michaela Swagonski looking to drive on Carmi. Then Michaela Swagonski looking for a screen by Tasker, looking to swing it over to Fogel, and she does. Fogel assessing the situation, and then Carmi picks her up, and then Fogel, and then Tiger switching the screen. Good job there by Fogel to get right into the paint and get that shot off. Difficult shot at a difficult angle, but she's able to get the lucky bounce there. And then Michaela Swagonski almost runs it down, and then Emily Miller jacks up a mid-range shot. That will be another jump ball. And then G-Man going big as Nora Trent checks in for Riley Swagonski, and it looks like Carmi's gonna come out and Faith Pavkov is gonna come in. So Tasker gets it into Trent. Trent gets it right back. Trent dribbling, then gets it over to Fogel. Looks like Fogel traveled. So Coach Brayler doesn't like the call over there, but that'll have to do, as Pavkov's gonna get it right back to Graham after the inbound. Schwartzentruber looks like she's gonna be shooting all night as she airballs that one. Good job by Maggie Fogel to run down the rebound, gets it over to Trent. Trent dribbling through some Tigers and it's gonna get it right back to Fogel. Again, the score is 5-4 G-Men as Callie Tasker gets that rebound over to Fogel. Fogel's gonna jack up the mid-range shot that she swishes. So Maggie Fogel is our leading scorer in the game. She has 7 of the G-Men's 4, and to match the Tigers' 4, 2 from Folk and 2 from Clark. So Schwartzentruber gets the ball in the wing. She's been shooting, I believe she's 0 for 5 right now on field goals. So G-Men with a smothering defense as Schwartzentruber's gonna jack up that 3. Almost makes it, and then Emily Miller just shoots it right back up. So Graham gets it over to Miller. Schwartzentruber's yet gonna shoot again. Bank is again not open. Clark the rebound, puts it high off the glass. Clark another rebound, again high off the glass. Then it falls into a jump ball, so
somebody box out.
Looks like Tigers will retain possession after the jump ball and get things back going here as he's gonna lob it up to Pavkov. She's gonna take a deep 3 that she almost hits but doesn't. Callie Tasker, a good rebound there to gets it over to Fogel with Graham right on her hip. Over to Trent. Trent's gonna shoot a 3. That's nowhere close, and that brings us to halftime. A very low scoring, sloppy game between both teams, so both coaches are gonna look to improve their fundamentals and discipline. There's a little chat here before the second quarter starts. Again, it's 7-4 after the first quarter, and we'll be back in 30. We are back to begin the second quarter. Again, 7-4, G-Men lead over the Lake Center Christian Tigers. Both teams taking the floor here. Looks like Fogel will have a break and Soraka will come back on. Tigers with Pavkov, Clark, Carmi, Schwartzentruber, and Miller to begin the quarter. Tasker lobs it into Zoe May, looking to run the point guard duties tonight. Gets it over to Nora Trent on the pick and pop. Good screen there by Grace Sirocco, and then Michaela Swagonski's gonna get a screen. Then bad angle there on the layup, hits the side of the backboard, and then Tigers are gonna not look to push hard, but just nice steady pace down the floor. Schwartzentruber is sizing up the G-Men, and then Pavkov just saves it in to Schwartzentruber. Miller gets it top of the paint over to Carmi. Carmi gives a pump fake. Miller's gonna launch a 3. She can't hit that one. Job by Swagonski there to get the rebound. I'm sure Coach Brayler's a little more content with that one. Zoe May almost travels, but holds up her set before. Gets it in Nora Trent. Can't hit the good pick and roll. Callie Tasker is gonna not get her 3rd point of the game. A little unlucky there, faded away a little bit too much, I'd say. And then Carmi looks to dribble through all the G-Men players, get it over to Miller, who traveled before the shot. So Coach Brailer's happy with the defense the G-men are playing. Looks like Folk will come back in for Miller, and Pavkov will come out, and Audra Graham, the freshman, will have a little bit of playing time here. Zoe May again doing the point guard duties here. She's gonna pull it from mid-range and then get it over to Grace Sirocco, who wasn't looking. Then that'll be a foul on Grace Sirocco. That'll be her first, team's first. Riley Swagonski looks like she's going to get Grace Sirocco. So each team with one foul here, so a minute and 20 seconds into the quarter. So fouls look like they're not going to play a big role in this game. Callie Tasker has been at the top of that zone, picking up the ball handler at about half court. Clark gets the ball in the wing, swings it over to Swart and Truber, swings it over to Graham, over to Folk. So good ball movement here by the Tigers, swinging the ball from one wing to the other. So Swartz and Truber forced into a ball pickup, and then Zoe May is going to pick up the ball. And then Swartz and Truber cancels out her turnover with a forced turnover of her own. So Carmi's going to give a pump fake. And then the G-men, of course, hopping into that 2-3 zone, cutting off the drive into the middle. And Swartz and Truber is going to get a mid-range shot that misses everything and hits backboard. So Zoe May now trying to dribble through the court, gets it over to Trent, who gets it over to Swagonski, sets up a ball screen. Swagonski over to Zoe May for the mid-range shot. That is good. So good shot there by Zoe May. That's her first 2 points of the game, and that makes the lead now 9-4 for the G-men, as Fogel and Brailer checking back in for the G-men and Graham checking back in for the Tigers. So we'll see who they get at the next dead ball. The official a little late on that call there, but he was on the complete other side of the court, so hard to make that one, but he was able to make the call there. So Swagonski inbound right by the G-men bench to Zoe May again. Tigers, the most pressure they're having is Carmi picking up the ball handler at about in the slight backcourt. Brailer catches the ball off the screen, over to Swagonski off the screen. Giving a lot of motion here. Zoe May maybe force that layup a little bit, and then Trent gets the rebound, and then right to Fogel, who just flips it up. They might not have had her feet set there, and that'll be another jump ball. So looks like that'll go in favor of the Tigers, as number 5, Leah Starcher, checks in, and number 23, Audra Graham, checking out. So they do a sophomore for freshman switch here, and Graham will be doing the ball handling for the Tigers. Over to Carmi, gives a dribble over to Swartz and Truber, who has not been shy of shooting. Hasn't made a shot yet, but looks to improve on that statistic here. Over to Swartz and Truber again. And then over to Starcher, who chucks up an air ball. Carmi, good job catching the air ball. And then Graham gets it over to Swartz and Truber, and that'll be an air ball. But looks like we have a whistle by the official, so timeout by the 30-second timeout by the Tigers. So we'll be back at 30 for the rest of the second quarter. We're back to begin but midway through the second quarter here, as G-men with Brailer, Swagonski, May, Trent, and Fogel, and the Tigers with Carmi, Swartz and Truber, Folk, Graham, and Starcher. They're starting five except for Clark. So they're going to inbound. They get it over to Folk, and Folk with the high dribble gets into the lane, gets it over to Starcher, who gets it over to Graham. Graham's going to look to drive over to Schwarzentrooper for the corner three-pointer. Yes. So Schwarzentrooper finds the mark after a couple of long mid-range shots and threes, and then Vogel just flips it up to Swagonski, who couldn't handle the pass. So the lead for the G-Men is now 2 at 9-7 is the score. 3 minutes and 7 seconds left in the second quarter as Graham takes the ball to the floor for the Tigers. Over to Carmi, over to looks like Folk, and then over to Starcher on the top of the arc, and then Carmi thinks about a mid-range shot, but probably thought better of it. Coach Brailer wants pressures on as Emma Falk's just going to step into a three that she hits. So G-Men are going to have to make note of that. It is now 10-9 as G-Men having a hard time handling the Tiger pressure, and they will retain possession on the jump ball. Looks like Emily Miller is checking back in for Leah Starcher here. So G-Men trying to make some adjustments on their full court press breaker. Swagonski gets it to Fogel, who catches it with one hand, and then over to Zoe May, who gets it into a cutting Nora Trent, who can't hit that one. Zoe May finally gets it over to Maggie Fogel for the mid-range shot that she hits. So Maggie Fogel up to 6 now for the G-Men. Graham cutting hard, getting it over to Miller, over to Schwarzentrooper, over to Emma Folk, who can't hit that one. Good box out there by Riley Swagonski. Picks up the rebound, gets past Graham. Then that'll be a foul on number 2 for the Tigers, Emma Folk. So I believe that is her first team second. Pavkov back in for the Tigers, and Emma Folk will have a seat. Maggie Fogel doing the point guard duties. Normally we see Zoe May, but they've split time here to be in the main. It's good backdoor cut by Zoe May. Can't hit the layup. Then another jump ball. The reoccurring theme here is jump ball. And number 12 for the Tigers, Shyla Walker, checking in. So Tigers have been switching at most dead ball situations. G-Men have not switched it as often, but all players available for tonight have played. As Pavkov's going to get an open three-pointer. She can't hit that one. Rebound by Schwarzentrooper, and then Pavkov's going to get it back. Up fake into the paint. Graham into the paint. Schwarzentrooper's going to launch that one up. Another rebound. Then over to Emily Miller, and then she can't hit that one. So Graham over to Pavkov, tries driving on Nora Trent. Over to Schwarzentrooper. She's going to step into that one, and she can't hit that one. Another offensive rebound by the Tigers. She's going to step into that one. Can't hit that one. G-Men finally get a defensive rebound. Courtney Brailer up the floor, right out of Schwarzentrooper. Just pulls up. Nice little shot there. So Courtney Brailer gets into the scoring column as Schwarzentrooper's going to fake it. Again, score G-Men 13, Tigers 10. As Schwarzentrooper's going to chuck up that one. Graham gets the offensive rebound and a little floater. So Swagonski over to Fogel. Fogel's going to step into a three. That's an air ball. That's right to Zoe May, though. So if you ask Fogel, she'd probably say that's a pass. Right to Zoe May underneath the basket. So a lot of shots put up here in the last minute or so. Over to Pavkov. She's going to go right at Trent. Just flip up a shot. Good rebound there by Zoe May. 3, 2, 1. May unaware of the clock. Maybe aware, but just chucks it up right as time expires in the half. Would have counted if it went, but it didn't. So that brings us to halftime. a very scrappy half by both teams, 13-12 at halftime. Vogel with 6 for the G-men and Folk with 5 for the Tigers. Again, 13-12, G-men lead at halftime. And it looks like we will have our senior night festivities for the 3 G-men seniors, so I will be back after that to continue our commentary. So just enjoy the senior night festivities here, and I'll be back after that. So I was just informed that I will be reading, talking for halftime here. Looks like Sarah Bittens has been escorted down by her mother, Jessica Bittens. Activities for the senior include member of the soccer team, including being a 2-year captain, 4 years on the track team, National Honor Society, flag line captain in the marching band for 2 years, and then 4 years overall in flag line. So Sarah plans to attend college to continue her athletic and academic careers and then major in pre-med.
Next up, we have Grace Mills.
Hey. Looks like now we have Grace Mills escorted by Mark and Elaine Mills and Sister Faith. Grace has been involved in basketball and golf for 4 years, soccer for 3 years, and track for 2 years. She's also a member of the National Honor Society. Grace plans to attend a college yet to be determined to pursue a nursing degree. So congratulations, Grace, on a fine career here at James A. Garfield. Looks like now we have Trinity Williamson. Looks like she will be escorted by Christine Chiappini and Ed Mong. Trinity has been showing horses since the age of 2. She is a member of the United States Equestrian Foundation, Arabian Horse Association, and the Intercounty and Penn, Ohio Horsemen's Associations. Trinity will be attending Lake Erie College on the Lake Erie Founders Academic Scholarship and the ICHA Saddle Seat Equitation Scholarship, awarded for 3 consecutive years as champion. She will be majoring in equestrian teaching / training and therapeutic horsemanship. So again, congrats to all our seniors, all of our 3 seniors, on a great careers here at James A. Garfield, and we were lucky to have you. And the 3 seniors for LCC get flowers. So again, not their home game, so they don't get the full walk down the aisle, but they do get a nice show of sportsmanship by the G-men, and it looks like the clock is rolling, so we have ended our this year's senior night festivities for the girls basketball team. Again, Grace Mills, Trinity Williamson, and Sarah Bittens. And we'll be back in about 9.5 minutes for the remainder of our JV girls basketball game between the Garfield G-men and the Lake Center Christian Tigers. So we'll be back in about 9.5 minutes. We're back here for some second half commentary. Again, girls JV game. G-Men lead 15-12 at halftime. 4 points from Zoe May, 6 from Maggie Fogel, and then 5 from Emma Folk for the Tigers. So they look to add to that here in the beginning of the third quarter. Looks like we have a second official. He's getting ready over there on the by the baseline, so maybe expect some more foul calls here. Looks like the Tigers will rock with Carmi, Graham, Folk, Clark, and Swartzentruber. Their starting 5 for the game. G-Men with Fogel, Swagonski, Trent, May, and Brayler. So G-Men inbound here. They'll be going to the left based on our perspective. Zoe May catches the ball. Then Tigers really spreading the floor with their defense. Normally teams spread the floor with their offense. Maggie Fogel probably could drive on Swartzentruber, chooses not to. Gets a step but doesn't go all the way. Swagonski, nice little pass to Brayler. That gets blocked after the attempted layup. Swagonski just backs down Folk. Then, yep, there is a foul call. So good job by Riley to be persistent and stay with that one. So she'll be shooting 2. Again, already our first foul of the second half after we had 2 in the entire second half. So the extra vantage point by the second official should contribute to that. So Riley Swagonski, see if she can add to the G-Men's lead, and she does. So she's got her first point of the game. G-Men lead 16-12. So Riley gets 2, 2 for 2 at the line. So G-Men are 3 for 4 on the game. Tigers have yet to attempt a foul shot, so good job by the G-Men not fouling them in the act of shooting. Graham steps into a nice little baseline jumper. Lightly contested, not the worst shot in the world, but not the best shot. But she swishes it nevertheless. So Fogel gets it over to Zoe May, who gets it over to Courtney Brayler. Courtney Brayler gets it over to Maggie Fogel, and then Fogel looking to make things happen after the G-Men set up a play. Then Fogel gives it right to Carmi, and that'll be a jump ball. So G-Men, who inbounded to start the half, concede possession here. Carmi just gets it into Graham. And Carmi will be running the point guard, and she swings it over to Graham, swings it over to Swartzentruber, who just drives right by Courtney Brayler, and then hits a little runner, floater, layup, whatever you want to, and then Zoe May throws it right away to Emma Folk. Swartzentruber hangs in the lane there. Over to Swartzentruber again, gets the ball. Tigers do a good job sharing the wealth, so to speak, and getting all their players involved, not relying heavily on one player for anything. Swartzentruber's gonna swing it over to Folk, who gets it over to Carmi. Swartzentruber thinks about a 3, then does hit it, and then can't get it to fall though, so that'll be a foul on Courtney Brayler. So G-Men already with 2 fouls here. No, should be 1 foul and 1 foul. Yep, there it is. Scoreboard operator sees that, notices it, and changes it. So Graham knocks down that one. She's up to 5 on the game. Graham now with 6 on the game. So more importantly, though, Tigers tie it. As Swagonski a hard time getting it in. Gets it over to Zoe May, who just watches that one go out of bounds. So actually, no, Tigers do take the lead. So it looks like G-Men forced a turnover there. Tigers break out their 3-2 zonal half or full court press. Maggie Fogel gets it over to Zoe May, over to Nora Trent, who just gets it to Riley Swagonski, who passes it right to Courtney Brailer, and then she gets blocked by Folk. So G-Men were able to break the press but not get a result. So they're gonna inbound here. Get it over to Maggie Fogel for three. No, might have got blocked by Schwartzentruber. Nevertheless, Riley Swagonski gets it, and then doing a good job using that aggressiveness to get right into the lane. Maybe could have shot, gets it over to Nora Trent, who does shoot, and no. And then Graham rips down the rebound. So Graham's been really cleaning the glass for the Tigers so far tonight. Schwartzentruber, pins it on her hip, and then that will attract the foul call or the carry call by the ref as G-Men go quick and then get another turnover. Carmi travels and refs don't call it, and then Graham another rebound. So again, right over to Clark, who again, bank is not open. Zoe May tracks on the rebound, looks to go quick, does a little retreat dribble, then gets it over to Carmi with a steal. Full court layup, no. Maggie Fogel gets the rebound, rips it away from Carmi, and that'll be a hold on Carmi. So a little unlucky there as Carmi ends up on the floor. Refs get on the same page here, and so that's Carmi's first and team second. Again, Tigers with the lead, 18-17. It's been a very back and forth game. G-Men were ahead by 4 at the most, I believe, and then up by 3 at halftime. But Tigers have answered right back here in the third quarter to Swagonski gets it into Trent, who gets it back over to Swagonski. Trent cuts right to where Swagonski was trying to go, and then Zoe May just flips that little mid-range shot up. So Zoe May was 6 and Fogel was 6 for the G-Men. That's 12 of their 19. Graham can't get herself under control and turnover down on baseline. So Michaela Swagonski checks in for Brailer. So and then Pavkov in for Clark. So Tigers also make a change. Swagonski to inbound here. Again, Tigers with that little zonal press in the backcourt and then the man-to-man press in the front court. Carmi with a good hustle there to save it. And then Tigers with a 3-on-5. Blocked by Nora Trent, rebound by Maggie Fogel. Gets it poked away by Folk, and then G-Men to inbound. So again, another lead change as on the basket just there by Zoe May. Riley Swagonski gets it up to Zoe May, over to Michaela Swagonski in the corner. Steps into a deep mid-range shot. That can't go. Over to Zoe May. Maggie Fogel's going to try another three-pointer. She hits that one. So she's up to 9 on the game. She's taken a couple of threes, but hasn't hit any. Riley Swagonski gets smothered by a host of Tigers in the backcourt, and that will be a foul again on Graham. So Graham with 2, and that's her team's 3rd foul, I believe. Board says 2, and then that'll be a timeout for the Tigers as Callie Tasker is getting ready to check in. Timeout Tigers, believe 30-second timeout. So we'll be back in 30 seconds for the remainder of the third quarter. We're back here for the remaining 3 minutes and 8 seconds of the third quarter as the G-men to inbound. Again, Tigers with that 3-2 look in the 3-1-1 look in the press. Swagonski easily able to get into Trent, picks up her dribble. Right over Swagonski, good screen there by Callie Tasker. Swagonski a little unlucky, lobs it up to Graham, and she's gonna get chased down, blocked by Callie Tasker. Then Nora Trent just throws it to Emma Folk, who chases it down, over to Pavkov, over to Carmi, back over to Emily Miller, who steps into a three. She can't hit that one. Chase rebounded by, maybe a little unlucky there by Carmi. Good hustle, but ultimately rolls out of bounds, and G-men will regain possession here. Maggie Fogel picks it up, flips it over to Nora Trent. Nora Trent over to Maggie Fogel, fights her way through Tigers, gets to the paint. Can't get the layup to fall. Coach Brailer would have liked that one to fall, but nevertheless, Maggie Fogel will be shooting two. Looks to get into double figures for the G-men. She has 9 of the team's 22. As Grace Sirocco is going to check in for the G-men. And I believe that to be Audra Graham for the Tigers. Yes, it is Audra Graham. Fogel can't hit that one, so she's still at 9 points for the game. Emma Folk gets replaced by Graham, and Fogel can hit that one after a nice shooter's bounce there, so she's up to 10 on the game. And that, more importantly though, that extends the G-men lead to 5, 23-18. Carmi swings it over to Pavkov, swings it over to Emily Miller. Pavkov's gonna launch up a deep three. Bank's still not open tonight over here in Garrettsville, as Fogel and Trent having a hard time getting the ball across the line. Jump ball, and that will be G-men retaining possession. And Callie Tasker to inbound to Fogel. Tigers decide to just clear out and let the G-men get Tigers maybe a little tired, as good pass there into Carmi. Good block there by Fogel. Michaela Swagonski comes down with it, and Carmi takes a hit by Swagonski, but that will be Tigers ball after the jump ball. G-men just won the last one, so Tigers with the ball now. Carmi to inbound. That is a maybe a quick 5 there by the ref, but nevertheless 5-second call. So G-men to inbound now. Callie Tasker gets it over to Fogel, swings it over to Trent. Trent gets across the timeline, full head of steam, spin move, and then gets blocked. Pavkov gets it over to Emily Miller. Steal by Callie Tasker. Trent had Fogel, she got her head up, but Fogel gets it across the line, gets double teamed, and steal by Carmi. Trent runs right into Carmi as she gets the shot and the and one, so good job there by Carmi to beat Trent to the spot and draw the foul call. So Carmi with her first 2 points of the night. She's played most of the game, I believe, if not all of it. So Swartzentruber in for Graham, and Starcher in for Audra Graham. So Tigers make 2 switches. G-men are going to stay with Swagonski, Fogel, Sirocco, as Carmi hits that one. G-men with Tasker, Sirocco, Trent, Swagonski, and Fogel. Callie Tasker gets it into Nora Trent. Looks like Zoe May getting ready to check back in for the G-men. Callie Tasker sets into a nice mid-range shot, can't hit that. Looks like a push by a Tiger. That'll again be on Carmi. So she's up to 2 fouls. She might have to have a seat as Michaela Swaganski checks out and Zoe May checks in. Yep, Carmi having a seat. And Emily Miller, no, Folk in for the Tigers. Fogel feeling it, gets blocked on that 3-point attempt. And a foul on, I believe to be Callie Tasker or Zoe May. It will be Zoe May, so that's her first. Again, already many more fouls here in the third quarter than we had in the entire first half. So Pavkov's going to step into a deep 3. Almost made it, but didn't. Pavkov with the 3 out off of a G-man. So Schwarzentrooper to inbound now, throws it to Emily Miller. Tries a crossover move, gets it stripped away, and then out off of her knee, I believe. So Callie Tasker now to inbound, gets it into Zoe May. G-Men really slowing it down here, of course, with that 23-21 lead. Pulled ahead by 4 at the most here. Fogel runs it down. Gets it over to Trent. Tigers really staying tight on Fogel as Trent with the block and turnover. Tries running it down but can't save it. Looks like Tigers will inbound here. Looks like Pavkov's going to run the point. It will indeed be Audra Graham. No, not Audra Graham. Emily Folk, my bad. Emily Miller into the paint, over to Leah Starcher for 3. No. Zoe May gets the rebound. G-Men unaware of the clock. Callie Tasker just chucks it up. Maybe a little early. Could have gotten a few feet closer to the basket. Nevertheless, that brings us to halftime in this very close matchup. 23-21. Not halftime, I'm sorry. End of the third quarter here. 23-21. G-Men lead. End of the third. We'll be back in 30 for the fourth quarter. We're back as both teams take the floor. Looks like G-Men rock with Swaganski, Tasker, Swaganski, Fogel, and May. Tigers with Clark, who hasn't, I don't think, played at all in the third quarter. Clark, Carmi, made a nice little pass there to Swaganski. Gets blocked by Graham. So Graham, Carmi, Folk, Clark, and Graham for the Tigers. Good crossover there by Graham. Picks up her dribble over to, ultimately over to Carmi as she's going to look to drive on May. Gets it over to Audra Graham for 3. No good. Michaela Swaganski can't handle the rebound and isn't able to save it. So Tigers get the ball in the corner. Carmi's going to inbound here. A little fake there by Graham, gets into the paint, but rebound right to Fogel. Gets it over to May. Then Michaela Swaganski thinks about a 3 that she swishes, so She's got her first points in the night. Very balanced scoring attack by the G-men. Looks like that'll be a timeout, and the net is currently getting fixed as it was stuck up there. Maybe not a timeout, but it worked as a timeout. G-men, Coach Braley is still talking to his team. Looks like they're gonna break. Fogel, Swagonski main task for the G-men, Carmi, Folk, Clark, Graham, and Graham for the Tigers, so same 5 for each team. G-men now up 26-21 after that 3-pointer by Michaela Swagonski, last possession. So Carmi gets the ball, gets in the lane on Swagonski, good little dish there to Graham, and she can't hit that mid-range shot. Carmi gets the rebound, gets it up to Graham. Graham can't hit it. Ball's bouncing around everywhere. Clark eventually comes down with it, then Callie Tasker comes down with it. So Zoe May looks to break the pressure here, get it up to Fogel. Fogel gets it then to Tasker. Tasker, the good pass over to Swagonski. She's feeling it, and she almost hits that one. Good backside rebound by Riley Swagonski. Then right into Callie Tasker for 2. So Callie Tasker now with 3 points. If Grace Sirocco can get into the scoring book, there will be as Michaela Swagonski took one too many steps, and that attracts the traveling call by the official. If Grace Sirocco can score for the G-men, that would be everybody all 8 players who played score. Another 5 seconds. Carmine, second time she's not been able to make her decision quick enough, so that'll be a turnover. G-men inbound going down. Callie Tasker the ball, gets it over to May. May's able to get across the sideline. Good threading the needle pass there to Fogel. Yep, that'll be a foul there by Older Graham. Nope, not Older Graham, Abby Graham. So she's got 3, and that'll be the team's 6th foul. Looks like she, will have to come out. Nope, that will be Audrey Graham coming out, and Swartzentruber coming in. Callie Tasker needs to get rid of it. Almost 5 again. Riley Swagonski passing there to Tasker. Swagonski just takes it from Carmi. And then Michaela Swagonski dribbles it out of bounds. So Michaela Swagonski may be a little frustrated, as Courtney Braley's going to get Tasker and Trent's going to get Michaela Swagonski here. Graham running the point guard for the Tigers now. Carmi gets it over to Graham, Sorry, I keep saying number 2 is Graham, but that is indeed Emma Folk, who barely misses that 3-pointer. Zoe May gets it, flips it over to Riley Swagonski, gets it over to Maggie Fogel, then over to Trent, over to Riley Swagonski in the corner, who's using that space to get around, and ultimately fouled by Carmi. So maybe Carmi a little unhappy, but the ref saw the contact and called the foul, so looks like number 12, Shyla Walker, I don't think she's played yet today, will get some minutes. Again, 4:08 left in the game. G-men up, biggest lead of the night, 28-21. Make it still 28-21. As Riley Swagonski misses that one. Clark comes out, and again, Shyla Walker coming back in. Swagonski does hit that one though, so The lead is now 8. Looks like May is gonna face guard Schwartzentruber. Carmi gets it over to Emma Folk for 3. So that appears to be a good look for them after the G-men fail to get back and help. G-men retain possession after the almost turnover out of bounds. So Swagonski to inbound. Looks like she'll just get into Fogel. Does a nice little spin move on Graham. Gets it over to Trent. Trent over to May. May is a wide open mid-range shot. No good. Graham gets a rebound, but gets it right to Fogel. Fogel over to Zoe May for 3. No. Courtney Brayler, the backside rebound, unluckily steps out of bounds. So 29-24, about halfway through the fourth quarter. G-men lead. Carmi gets it over to Folk, who swings it over to Schwartzentruber. Again, Schwartzentruber not shy about jacking up threes. As Emma Folk almost gets another one to fall. Courtney Brayler picks it up and then turns it right over. That'll be a foul on number 3, Courtney Brayler, for the G-men, so that's her second, team's 4th, I believe. Yep, board says 4. So again, G-men in the bonus after the Tigers have reached 7 fouls. So any shot on the floor is now a 1-and-1. So Swagonski able to get it back up, gets it over to May, gets it over to Trent. Trent's just gonna pull up from mid-range, gets blocked from behind by Schwartzentruber. Then Fogel unable to pick it up. Schwartzentruber using that speed to get by the G-men players, looks to pull up, awkward angle there. Trent the rebound. So Tigers fans and coaches may be a little unhappy as they're not sure if the G-men indeed had possession, but Coach Brayler able to get the referee's attention and call a timeout in time. So that'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30 for the remainder of the fourth quarter. We're back as the Tigers inbound. Make it G-men to inbound as they have possession. They're gonna face some pressure by the Tigers. Again, Tigers in that 3-2 zonal press look. Brayler gets a screen by Trent. She's gonna get it back to Trent. G-men might have to burn another timeout. They're gonna face a 10-second call. Carmi eventually comes down with it, then Trent picks it up. Carmi hits the floor. Trent with a nice crossover there on Graham. Fogel is able to get it across the line. Gets it up to May. Then May's just gonna go to the basket. Then nice little pass there down there to Trent. And Nora Trent will be shooting foul shots for the first time tonight, actually. G-men are currently currently 6 for 9 on foul shots. Make it 6 for 10 as Nora Trent can't hit that one. Of course, G-men lead by 5, 29-24, 2 minutes and 2 seconds to play in the game. Nora Trent does indeed hit that one, so refs get the foul as Carmi comes out. That's one of her first breaks of the night. Pavkov comes in. Of course, Maggie Fogel with the 10-point game as Emma Folk's going to step back, can't hit that one. Zoe Mays had a few rebounds this game. She's able to get it to Fogel. Fogel gets a pass off to Trent. Fogel looks to attack the Tigers, then May getting it over to Riley Swagonski. Nice little pass there to Brayler. Can't hit that one. Brayler's had a number of good looks from that range. Trent the pump fake to Maggie Fogel, who airballs the mid-range shot. Another hard-fought rebound by Riley Swagonski. That will be a foul on the Tigers. Not sure exactly who it was on, but nevertheless, the Riley Swagonski will be shooting a 1-on-1 here, so if she makes the first shot, there will be a second shot, but if she misses it, then anyone can rebound it. G-Men lead 30-24 as Riley Swagonski can't hit that one. Another jump ball, and Tigers regaining possession here. That will be a timeout by the Tigers. It is 30-24 with G-Men lead 1 minute and 18 seconds left in the game. We'll be back in 30 for the remainder of the game. The teams ready to take the floor. Minute and 18 seconds left. G-Men lead 30-24. Tigers will get the ball coming down at their basket after the jump ball. They're doing their final breaks here. So Tigers inbound here. Their leading scorer has been Emma Folk with 8 points. Couple of three-pointers. Schwarzentrooper with a three-pointer in the second quarter. Tigers are going to need some quick offense here. Schwarzentrooper pump fakes, gets it over to Emma Folk, who airballs that three-pointer. Emily Miller saves it, but right to Fogel for the G-Men. Fogel with a cross-court pass to Nora Trent. Dribbles through some Tigers and gets fouled. So she'll be shooting 2 shots here now that the team fouls. Now that the foul total for the Tigers has exceeded 10, so Nora Trent could almost put the game on ice here. G-Men up 6, 30-24 with 54 seconds left, so needs to take her time and hit that like she did there. So Nora Trent 2 for 3 on foul shots on the night. She's up to 4 points. And make it 5. So that should wrap things up here unless the Tigers get some instant offense, what they've struggled to find in the fourth quarter, except for the Emma Folk three-pointer. Schwarzentrooper is going to jack up a 3. That would have made things very interesting. Graham just accidentally passed it out of bounds. G-Men, Tigers are probably going to need to foul if they want to have a shot. So let's see what they do. They have that three-quarter court pressure. Nora Trent picks it up. Tigers are going to need to foul. They get it over to Riley Swagonski. Exactly what the G-Men want is Maggie Fogle to end the game. So G-Men are going to walk out of here with a win, their last home game of the season, again it being senior night. Tigers going to be mad that there was no foul call. Who knows if the G-Men player would have knocked him down anyway. But nevertheless, G-Men up by 10, 34-24. With 20 seconds left, Tigers are going to need a miracle if they want to have any shot. So we'll be back for the final 20 seconds. So, again, G-Men up 10, 34-24, 20 seconds left. They can just watch the Tigers inbound the ball and shoot whatever they want, as G-Men are Tigers going to need a three-pointer. As Pavkov, this would make things interesting. It almost did. Nora Trent the rebound, and this one's over. Tigers, of course, going to fight to the last second. They can win by 12 here. As Maggie Fogel with a pump fake. Nora Trench is going to shoot it. So I'm sure Coach Brailer's happy with the result. Hard fought game by both teams. Maggie Fogel with 12 points for the G-Men, and they win by 10, so her scoring was just about the difference. So in about 15 minutes, the varsity girls game will begin. Again, the Lake Center Christian Tigers led by Hannah Mang, who I believe had 30 points last time the teams played. And then Sarah Seaman and Jenna Smith lead the G-Men, along with Grace Mills, of course, who won by 25 points, I believe, last time these two teams met right here 2 weeks ago. So we'll have more on that coming up here. Game will begin in about 15 minutes. Again, JV wins 34-24, 12 points for Maggie Fogel. 8 points from Emma Folk for the Tigers, so we'll be back in 15. So the varsity girls game between the Lake Center Christian Tigers and the Garfield G-Men will begin in a brief moment here. The teams are ready for the national anthem and whatnot. So G-Men led by the big three, so to speak, of Sarah Seaman, Jenna Smith, and Grace Mills. All of them had at least 17 points in that Saturday win against Liberty. And Lake LCC Tigers led by Hannah Mang. So Hannah had at least 20 on last time they played 2 weeks ago when Sarah Seaman hit the 7 threes and broke the school record. So the starting lineups are inserted onto the scoreboard, so we'll get those soon after the national anthem. So the starting lineups are going to be introduced here. Looks like we're going to have Natasha Lyagki, Paige Mara, Emma Weiss, Medgain Wotan, and of course Hannah Mang. And then for the G-Men, we're going to have normal starting five: Trinity Williamson, Grace Mills, Caitlin Lutz, Sarah Seaman, and Jenna Smith. The big story tonight is going to be the return of Madeline Shirkey. She has missed 2 weeks due to contact COVID tracing. So she starts the game. The sophomore is going to start the game on the bench, but she's probably will be subbed in rather quickly. Of course, Coach Gilbert has been going 6 deep in the recent weeks as G-Men lineup gets introduced. There's Caitlin Lutz and Sarah Seaman, with Jenna Smith and Trinity Williamson and Grace Mills still yet to be announced. So Madeline Shirkey, not the go-to offensive weapon for the G-Men. She can score, she can and will score when needed, but she takes pride in her defense, and I'm sure has been working on that while being away from basketball, at least school basketball, for 2 weeks. So as Seven Nations Army plays, the teams get prepared. The coaches say their final speeches, and I think we're ready to go. 32 minutes of battle the teams will do here. Tigers look ready. G-Men also look ready. We'll probably have Jenna Smith and maybe Lyagki jumping for the Tigers. Nope, not Lyagki. Yep, it will be Hannah Mang. Hannah Mang, of course, the Tigers' best player. So she's going to look to win the tip here. So Jenna Smith versus Hannah Mang. We'll see who comes out on top of the tip-off. G-Men notoriously good on starting, as they do right there. Looks like they're going to get a layup. What a pass there by Sarah Seaman to Jenna Smith. They can and will run a little tip play where they win the tip, then throw it to the person standing over there and back in for layup. That's what they did there. They can and will score 20 plus in a quarter, as Hannah Mang's going to get 2 points. sure the G-Men are going to do whatever they can to slow her down as much as possible. I don't think the G-Men can quite focus on one specific player, as there's about 4 that they really need to pay attention to. So that can get difficult for matchups and whatnot. As Caitlin Lutz is wide open for mid-range. Grace Mills is going to take it herself. Can't get that to go. But Grace Mills gets the steal. She's going to give a pump fake and then give a nice little floater. Can't get that to fall either. Trinity Williamson out to Jenna Smith. Jenna Smith gives a pump fake. Sarah Siemens is going to step into that 3. And that one's no good. But Trinity Williamson with the rebound goes up hard, gets fouled. Looks like that will be on. It's going to be on Lyogki, so that's her first, team's first. Trinity Williamson, I believe 6 points the other day against Liberty on Saturday. She misses that one. And she hits that one, so Trinity with a point. G-Men still lead 3-2. Hannah Meng will be the primary ball handler for the Tigers. They set a double screen up high for her, then force a turnover. So Caitlin Lutz swings it up to Sarah Seaman, then gets it into Jenna Smith. Jenna Smith has Trinity Williamson open for the cross-court pass, gets her maybe a little too much on that pass. Sarah Seaman had to zing it in there for Jenna Smith to get a chance of getting it off. A little too high, a little too hard. Wasn't able to handle it. And Hannah Meng right back for the Tigers. They're going to stunt high hedge that ball screen. And Caitlin Lutz just knocks it away from Wotan. So if I pronounce any of these names wrong, I apologize. I'm just trying to read what makes sense off the page. So Meng to inbound, gets it into Weiss. Hannah Meng's gonna send a deep 3 that almost goes. That's gonna be out off of Paige Mara. Maybe should have let it go, but ultimately it is out of her. So 2 minutes have gone now, still 3-2. G-Men with that bucket right off the tip, and then the Trinity Williamson free throw. It's all the offense they've had. They get into Grace Mills at the elbow, little high post action. Get it over to Trinity Williamson, over to Caitlin Lutz, over to Sarah Seaman for the corner 3-pointer. That's good. So looks like if there's a team that Sarah Seaman loves making 3-pointers against, it's LCC. That is now 8 3-pointers in the last 2 games against the Tigers. And of course, just 2 minutes in the game. I fully expect there to be more. That is going to be a foul on Grace Mills. Coach Gilbert, not sure what to say there other than, oh well. I'm sure that Grace a little unhappy with that one, but just going to have to shake it off. And Tigers inbound here, just lob it up to Lyowski. She gets in the paint, gives a nice little pump fake on Jenna Smith. Emma Weiss thinks better of a 3-pointer, and then she travels. So Grace Mills inbound it to Sarah Seaman. Sarah Seaman is the primary ball handler. Grace Mills will do some ball handling in the point guard position. They're just going to run a little 2-guard set. Caitlin Lutz comes hard off the screen. Trinity Williamson looking for Grace Mills in the corner. Couldn't get it to her. Caitlin Lutz looks to attack. Probably got fouled from behind. Anyways, Hannah Meng. Another turnover for her, so she's got the bucket, but not the best night for her so far. As Grace Mills a turnover on the G-Men end. G-Men have had a lot of turnovers lately, even in wins. Hannah Meng's just going to be wide open for a 3-pointer. She can't hit that one. So get the ball into Jenna Smith, into Caitlin Lutz, over to Trinity Williamson, wide open mid-range shot. And she's not going to miss with that much time, that close to the basket. So Trinity's got 3 on her senior night. Grace Mills yet to score. I'm surprised we haven't seen Madeline Shirky in the game yet, but I'm sure that will come soon. She has started games, but being out for 2 weeks, Coach Gilbert must not think that that's the best option. Grace Mills could have passed it, but would have passed it a little bit too late. She's just going to take it for herself for the floater. So I'm sure with Grace Mills scoring over 1,000 points in her career that Coach Gilbert has seen that dozens, maybe hundreds of times. Sarah Seaman the steal off the errant pass by Wotan. Gets it right in there to Caitlin Lutz, and that's going to be one of the easiest points of Caitlin's career as the lead is now 12-2. So of course G-Men showing this just how quick they can score about halfway through the quarter, 12-2. And Tigers coach going to take an early timeout here with 3:35 left in the quarter. Looks like Sydney Seaman's going to check in, most likely for Trinity Williamson. So we'll be back in about 30 after this timeout. So the teams are ready. Looks like number 13 for the Tigers, Natalie Clark, checks in, and Trinity Williamson has a quick seat, an early seat with Sydney Seaman checking in. So Maine gets it in to Clark, and Sydney Seaman unable to get the steal. Good block there by Jenna Smith off the strong side. So Jenna Smith showing off her dribbling ability as she has yet to dish it off. Doesn't really need to. Caitlin Lutz has a wide open mid-range shot if she chooses, but instead attacks. Nice little pass over there to Sarah Seaman. And again, like I've said, if there is a team that Sarah Seaman loves making three-pointers against, it is OCC. That lead is now 15-2. Or the score, I should say, is 15-2, the lead being 13. Hannah Ming looking to attack, swings it over to Mara. Mara gets it over to Clark. Clark looks to drive on Sydney Seaman but can't. Grace Mills almost with a reach in. Good defensive possession so far by the G-men. The Tigers have passed the ball around the key, then they get it into the paint. Lasky goes right at Smith. And Paige Mara, the awkward shot. Rebound by Smith. She's got options, gets it again to Sydney Seaman. Sydney Seaman could drive right to the basket, but instead dishes to Jenna Smith. Might have gotten fouled, but either way, Lyoski comes down with it. Hannah Mang using that height and wingspan to luckily misses that three-pointer. Sarah Seaman unable to come down with it. Again, here is Madeline Shirky and Trinity Williamson checking in. Jenna Smith and Caitlin Lutz taking a seat. So this is Madeline Shirky's first action in a couple weeks, again due to contact tracing. The G-men with a little Tigers really spreading it out in that four-man inbounds play. Lyoski goes right at the smaller Shirky, then dishes to Mang. Mang over to Mara. Mara in the lane. Over to Weiss. Weiss gives a pump fake, then steps into a little mid-range shot. Madeline Shirky fights with Lyoski for the rebound, and then Hannah Ming puts in the putback. So Hannah Ming's up to 4 on the game. Sarah Seaman, the unlucky pass in there to her sister Sydney. Might have gone off of a Tiger, but it looked like it is indeed off of Sydney. So Tiger's going to bring the ball up the floor. Hannah Ming relieved of her ball handling duties for the moment as Clark is going to do that. Good little spin move on Sydney Seaman, but passes it right to Sarah Seaman. There, as you can see, Madeline Shirky's hustle and defense as and Grace Mills caught the defender leading there, so to speak, as she's got another bucket. She's up to 4 on the game. Emma Weiss another travel, so Coach Gilbert wants his players to be on the same page here, as Grace Mills is going to lob it into Sarah Seaman. G-Men can take a 16-point lead here. They're up 17-4. Trinity Williamson would have had a wide open three-pointer. Thinks better of it. Gets it over to Grace. Grace right in the key. Goes up and gets fouled, so she's going to be shooting 2. That foul will be on number 11, Emma Weiss, for the Tigers. That is her first. And the team second, so foul's not really a factor here so far in the first quarter, as Grace Mills now has 5 on the game. She had, I believe, 18 on Saturday. Jenna Smith had 26, and Sarah Seaman had, I believe, 15. So they G-Men put up 74 in that big win over Liberty. Not big as far as score goes. They did win by 10. It was a close game until the last 2 minutes. Clark a little unlucky. Lyovsky gets the rebound, flips it up. Grace Mills 2-on-1, right to Sydney Seaman. Little reverse shot by Sydney Seaman. So far, every player that has played, except for Madeline Shirkey, getting into the scoring column. Good hustle there by Sydney Seaman. Sarah Seaman might be a little unaware of the clock. Perfect for a Trinity Williamson mid-range shot that can't go. Grace Mills maybe wishing she pulled up from 3 there, but hey, nevertheless, G-Men up 17, 21-4 at the end of the first quarter. Great, Sarah Seaman with 6 points, Grace Mills with 6 points, and we'll be back in 30 for the beginning of the second quarter. We are back as the second quarter gets underway. Hannah Mang with the 4 points for the Tigers. Grace Mills with 6 for the G-Men. Sarah Seaman with 6. And Trinity Williamson 3. Jenna Smith the layup for 2. Sydney Seaman the layup for 2. And Caitlin Lutz the layup for 2. So very balanced scoring attack so far. Looks like Grace Mills and Madeline Shirkey will have a seat. Trinity Williamson, Sarah Seaman, Jenna Smith, Caitlin Lutz, and Sydney Seaman on the floor for the G-Men. Lyovsky, my bad. Clark, West. That's a new face, Faith West for the Tigers. Mang and looks like Graham for the Tigers. Lyovsky gets the easy putback. Jenna Smith hands it off to Sarah Seaman. Thinks about a 3. Jenna Smith thinks better of a 3. Good fake there on the handoff. Jenna Smith gets it over to Trinity Williamson. Sarah Seaman's gonna jack up a 3, no good. Falls right to Jenna Smith, and she can't get the left-handed layup to go. Hannah Mang back in transition for the Tigers. Of course, very dangerous player, gets right into the lane with a little hook shot. So she's up to 6. G-Men are gonna have to really shut her down if they want to win by even more. Trinity Williamson, the ball, gives it to Sarah Seaman who pump fakes. Clinton lets the ball, gets it into Jenna Smith. That'll be a foul on most likely Clark. It will be Clark, so she's got a foul. That is her first, team's 3rd of the half. Jenna Smith gonna walk right into the mid-range shot. That can't go. Looked good off the hand, but Hannah Mang back in transition for the Tigers. Maybe trying to get her other teammates involved, but she's just gonna go right to the hole. Maybe unlucky, but Clark can't hit that. Put back. Sarah Seaman. Caitlin Lutz up the floor. Gets it right over to Sydney Seaman, who's gonna shoot that three. Might have hit the wire, but ultimately Lyodki, the rebound, gets it over to Mang. Mang into the lane, no. Jenna Smith the rebound. Has Sydney Seaman if she gets her hands up, or head up, I should say. Looks like Shirky and Mills back in for the G-men. Trinity Williamson gets it into Smith. Smith fights hard through contact and then gets fouled. So Jenna Smith looks to add to her scoring output. I do believe she has scored 20 points in 3 or 4 straight games, possibly more. So she's got a foul shot there. Looks like the Seaman sisters out, and Grace Mills and Madeline Shirky back in. Of course, Madeline Shirky, that defensive lockdown player. Jenna Smith gets the second one to fall, so she's up to 4 on the game. Hannah Mang gonna, of course, do almost everything for the Tigers. Gets it into West, who then gets it back to Mang. They're gonna do a lot of that double elevator screen for Mang, as Mang gets it right to Jenna Smith, and she's gonna have easy layup. So Jenna Smith doing a little bit of guard duties there as she gets that steal and layup. West gives a pump fake into the lane, then fades away for a nice little mid-range shot. So Faith West with her first 2 points of the game. Grace Mills just gonna pull up for 3, no. Jenna Smith the rebound. Gets it back up, fades away, but gets the shot to go. So Jenna Smith with a quick 6 points in this quarter. She's already up to 8. But more importantly, G-Men extend their lead 27-10. About 5 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Pick and roll there. Clark ultimately gets fouled by Grace Mills. So Grace Mills with 2 fouls, and those are the only 2 of the half for the G-men. Grace Mills will not have to have a seat here. Coach Gilbert just wants her to play more smartly and cautiously, as Clark can't get that one to go. But she does get that one to go, so 27-11. Grace Mills looks to go quick for the G-men, get it right into Jenna Smith. Just backs down West and gets blocked, so good defense in the post by West. Mang back quick for the Tigers, as she often does. Gets it over to West, who just hops right into the three-pointer air ball. Grace Mills picks that one up. Gonna look to go quick for the G-men. Blows by Clark, gets right into the lane. Good pass in there to Smith. A little pump fake, then the rebound by Smith. Then she gets fouled, so she's gonna be going to the line. Looks to reach double figures once again for the G-men. I'm not sure exactly how far back her double figure scoring streak goes, but she's up to 9. Already with 7 points in the quarter, and we're not even halfway through. And announcers jinx. Madeline Shirky couldn't come away with the offensive rebound. Smith's scoring output stays at 9. So Tigers coach wants a timeout. Already a second burn of the game, so it looks like it'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll be back in 30 for the rest of the second quarter. We're back as G-Men look like they're rolling with Caitlin Lutz, Trinity Williamson, Grace Mills, Jenna Smith, and Madeline Shirky. We have yet to see Sarah Bittens for the G-Men. Looks like the Tigers will go with Klein, Mang, Graham, Clark, and West. Mang couldn't get the back door as Clark's gonna shoot a deep three. Jenna Smith clearing the glass. Has Trinity Williamson, then cuts right to the block. Trinity to pass over to Grace Mills. Open for three. That's a swish. Grace Mills also has 9, so Smith and Mills both with 9 for the G-Men. Graham gets fouled by Madeline Shirky. Of course, when you play defense as aggressively as Madeline Shirky, you will get a foul called on you sometimes, as she's going to have a seat here. And Caitlin Lutz is having a seat as Sydney and Sarah Seaman are checking back in for the G-Men. Being able to get it into Graham, blocked by Sydney Seaman. West jacks up a 3, that won't go. Clark, the easy offensive rebound, and fouled by Jenna Smith. So G-Men already up to 4 fouls. Tigers with 5. I'm missing 2 on my sheet, but I will trust what the board says. So Clark makes that one. So she's up to 2 points. Of course, the 2 foul shots. Sydney Seaman able to get the turnover off the offensive rebound, So G-Men look to go quick here. Maybe not, slow things down a little bit, run a set here. They're up 31-12 already. 3 minutes left in the game, or in the second half. Jenna Smith's gonna travel. Might have gotten fouled. Would have wanted a foul call there, but she's gonna shake it off. And Mang is gonna inbound it to Graham. Graham's gonna be running the point guard duties here. Can't get the back door. Over to West. Thinks better of a 3. Gets in the lane. Clark in the lane. Klein's gonna jack up a deep 3. She banks that one in. So Macy Klein with her first 3 points of the night. Grace Mills easily getting in the paint. Little left-handed floater, good. So G-Men right back on the other end. Grace Mills in double figures already with 11 for the G-Men. Klein with a West thinks better with 3, in for the mid-range shot. That's good. So Faith West with 4 points off the bench. For the Tigers, they've already far exceeded their first quarter scoring output of 4 with 13 in the second quarter to bring their score to 17. G-Men with that 33 points. Going to be hard to top tonight, especially with them playing at home and playing as well as they are. Jenna Smith can't get that one to go. So she's 1 for 3 on, make that 3 for 5 on foul shots tonight, as Trinity Williamson checks out and Caitlin Lutz checks in. Jenna Smith, though, does hit the second one, so Jenna Smith with 10 points in the game, so already 2 players in double figures for the G-Men. Grace Mills with 11, Jenna Smith with 10. Sydney Seaman gets the rebound, throws it up to her sister, Sarah. Good pass there into Jenna Smith. Spin move by Jenna Smith, a layup. So Jenna with 12. Looks like it's going to be a battle between Jenna and Grace Mills to see who can score more tonight. Jenna has the lead so far, but she is probably taking more shots and gotten more touches and scoring opportunities. Hannah Mang's going to hit that corner 3. So she's up to 9. And Jenna Smith up to 14. So, of course, Tigers already burning their third of 5 timeouts. Their coach wants them all on the same page if they want to make a run and go try and beat the G-Men. Brings our score to 38-20 with 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the second quarter. We'll be back in 30. We're back to play the final minute and 29 seconds of the second quarter. Tigers inbounding after they just called the timeout. Hannah Ming with 9 points for them. Grace Mills with 11 and Jenna Smith with 14 to pace the G-Men. They're up 38-20. Again, they set that high elevator screen for Mang, then get it to one of the rollers. Sydney Seaman, the good block, looks like we'll have a foul on her, actually. The ref from the half court spotted that one. So that'll be 2 shots for Macy Klein. Klein with a banked home 3-pointer. She can't hit that one. So Tigers 2 for 5 on foul shots tonight. And the G-Men are make the Tigers now 3 for 6. They're just going to get it into the post to Jenna Smith. Madeline Shirky's going to take a long 2. She can't hit that one. Caitlin Lutz unluckily is out of bounds. So that will be Tigers ball. Grace Mills checking out and Trinity Williamson checking in. So G-Men 7 for 10 on the night for foul shots. Klein having a hard time getting it to West, but eventually does. Then Klein jacks up a 3 that she can't hit. Caitlin lets the rebound. Sorry, I said Klein, I meant to say Clark. Caitlin Letts gets it into Sarah Seaman. She's probably going to look to get into Jenna Smith. Just goes to the paint, gets a layup. So G-Men now with 40. They lead 40-21. West picks it up, gets it right to Clark for 2. So Clark with 4 in the quarter, 4 on the game. Sarah Seaman probably wants a pull-up 3-pointer to end the half. She asked for that screen. She's just gonna pull up. That looks good. That is no good. So that brings our score to 40-23, end of the half. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the second half, and it promises to be a good one. So we'll be back in about 10 for the second half. We're back as the teams get ready to start this second half. Of course, the G-Men up 40-23 behind 11 points from Grace Mills and 14 from Jenna Smith. Adding their total would surpass the total of the Tigers in the first half, but the Tigers are going to have a lot of work to do if they want to bounce back and put up 40 their own in the second half. Let's see what they can do. Of course, Hannah Meng, their leading ball handler and player, with 19 in the first half, or 9 in the first half. I'm sorry, 9 in the first half. Looks like the Tigers will go with most likely Meng, Klein, maybe not Meng. There's 6 people out there, so we'll get Meng, Graham, Weiss, Mara, and Clark, and the G-Men with Lutz, Williamson, Smith, Seaman, Sarah Seaman, and Grace Mills. So Madeline Shirky, who is back from a 2-week quarantine because of contact tracing, wasn't able to get in the scoring column, as Sarah Seaman's going to easily get in the lane, get it over to Jenna Smith. Maybe could have shot there. Coach Gilbert unhappy with that turnover. Tigers look to bounce back and score here. They're going to need a lot of points rather quickly if they want to hang around for a while and have a shot down the stretch. But a layup here by, a layup there by Mara will help as they cut the lead to 15 now. The Tigers, I believe it was 17 to maybe 20-4 at the end of the first quarter, as Meng is able to block Smith, and then ultimately a foul, most likely on number 1, Graham, a player who played a lot of JV minutes. Looks like she gets the foul called on her there. So Jenna Smith again with a point here, so she's up to 15 on the game. She shot 6 foul shots in the second quarter alone, part of that 14-point quarter. It's going to be out off of Lutz, and after that miss by Jenna Smith. So Hannah Meng says, Graham, you take it up for a little bit, and then I'll take it. Of course, that high elevator screen, they run that play a lot. Jenna Smith has seen that play a lot and is able to pick off the pass. She wants to slow things down. No reason for any silly turnovers here. As Grace Mills with the ball gets it over to Caitlin Lutz. She's just going to pull up for a little mid-range shot. She's not going to miss from there, and she doesn't, so she's up to 4. Gets it over to Meng, who looks for the roller, then decides she's going to take it herself. Fades away, no good on that. Again, I believe she had 20-plus points the last time these teams met here at the Jag. Caitlin Lutz gets it into Jenna Smith, has Grace Mills on the backside, eventually gets it to her. Might have got a push, but gets the ball in the basket, so she's up to 13 now on her senior night. If Sarah Bittens plays and Sarah Bittens scores, then all 3 seniors would score on senior night. Something that I'm sure Coach Gilbert would like to see, but is more focused on getting a win here and keeping their good form. Of course, the league-leading G-Men have only lost, I believe it was 1 game in the league. Beat Southeast twice. Hard to do, but not as hard as, of course, harder than Grace Mills made that look as she glides to the basket for an easy lay-in. And she's up to 15 on the game to match Jenna Smith's 15. So Jenna Smith and Grace Mills having a little scoring battle, inter-teammate scoring battle, as Clark bakes that one home. So although in the JV game the bank wasn't open, the bank is now open in the varsity game. I believe Clark had one and Klein had one. Jenna Smith gets it into Grace Mills over to Sarah Seaman. Good fake pass over to Caitlin Lutz and into Jenna Smith. Then Caitlin Lutz gets it. And then Hannah Meng the rebound. So Meng looks to get past Caitlin Lutz. Gets it to Clark, who misses the layup. Rebound by Jenna Smith. Jenna Smith, of course, using that height and size to get the rebound. Trinity Williamson gets it out to Caitlin Lutz. Over to Grace Mills, over to Sarah Seaman, three-pointer. That is good. So Sarah Seaman up to 11. 15 for Grace Mills, 15 for Jenna Smith. Very loud 15 for both of them, but a very quiet 11 for Sarah Seaman. Of course, the two threes in the first quarter, and Sarah wants to break her school record for threes that she set here a couple weeks ago against the Tigers. Then that was Grace Mills' nice little crossover move, dances in the paint. Little short on the little floater, but she's going to be shooting 2. Looks to make it 17 for her tonight. Looks like Wotan and Schwartzentruber checking in. Grace Mills can't get that one to go. Graham and Klein out for the Tigers. They're going to have a seat. Believe Graham played most of that JV game, so she's not going to be able to play the whole varsity game here. Grace Mills gets that one, so she's up to 16 in the game. Wotan hands it off to Graham. Looks like Shirky and Sydney Seaman checking in. Caitlin Lutz comes away with it off the steal. Looks to drive on Mang. Grace Mills, a little lax on the pass over to Lutz. Probably has Lutz down low. Sarah Seaman wants the three-pointer, but it's not going to force it if she doesn't have to. Trinity Williamson gets it over to Grace Mills, over to Sarah Seaman for 3. No. So tipped out off of Jenna Smith, who wasn't able to corral the rebound. Looks like Trinity Williamson and Caitlin Lutz are checking out, and Shirky and Sydney Seaman in. So they're going to rock the 2 Seaman twins. Madeline Shirky, who of course will be put on Hannah Mang as for her defensive responsibilities. G-Men chasing Hannah Mang around the court. Wotan thinks better of a 3 over to Hannah Mang. She'll pop that 3. No good. Look good off her hand, but good block from behind by Grace Mills. Over to Hannah Mang. Steps it out for 3, and she won't hit that one. So Hannah Mang able to get 1 3 fall tonight, as Schwartzentruber can't get that one either. Sarah Seaman finally gets a rebound, looks to push. Good pass there up to Madeline Shirky to the cutting Jenna Smith. And the referee calls the travel, so Coach Gilbert a little unhappy. Doesn't want his team to force silly turnovers like that for no reason. But we'll be back in 30 after this timeout as the two teams talk it over. So we're back as Coach Gilbert for the G-Men and the coach for the Tigers have talked things over. The G-Men with that 51-30 lead behind 16 from Grace Mills, 15 from Jenna Smith, and 11 from Sarah Seaman. So the big 3, so to say, for the G-Men combining for, let me do some quick math here, 42 points. 42 of the team's 51. So Wotan thinks better of a 3. Get good pass over there to Weiss for 3. No. So falls to Sydney Seaman, can't corral it over to Weiss. Then the steal by Sarah Seaman. She recognizes the pressure behind her. Nice little crossover. Good pass there to Madeline Shirky, who misses that one. And then Jenna Smith the rebound over the smaller Schwartzentruber. So Jenna now answers Grace's 16 with 17 of her own. Sydney Seaman the rebound. G-Men have a 4-on-5. Jenna Smith got a little lucky as that one might have been off her fingertips, but after being off of a Tiger, but either way, yep, refs are going to talk it over. And he will change the call as G-Men almost caught a lucky break there. Tigers are going to go quick. Hannah Ming catches the G-Men out of position, or so she thought. She's going to get into the lane on Shirky. Good defense there by Shirky, and the foul. Might have been on the floor, but ref says in the act of shooting, so Madeline Shirky with her second foul. That's the team's first of the half. So Hannah Ming can't hit that one. Hannah Ming with 11 for the Tigers, and Natalie Clark with 7 for them. Faith West with 4, Macy Klein with 4, and Lyogki with 2, as Hannah Ming now has 12. G-Men going quick. Sydney Seaman getting it over to Sarah, then over to Madeline Shirky. Good pump fake there, then steps in. Maybe could have got a layup. Rips down the rebound, gets it ripped away by Weiss. Madeline a little frustrated with herself, thought she could have ripped that away from her. Caitlin Lutz replaces Jenna Smith, and Trinity Williamson replaces Sarah Seaman. Tigers with some late substitutions. Looks like Swartzen, Truber, and Wotan out for the Tigers, and Mara and Clark in for the Tigers. So Hannah Ming, of course, they set that high ball screen for her nearly every play. Weiss picks it up over to Clark, or Klein. No, maybe it is Clark. Clark and Klein, hard to keep them straight sometimes. And then Tigers are going to have an over and back call. Grace Mills looking for a pass. Good cross court there to Sydney Seaman. Going to put the ball on the floor, get it over to Grace Mills. Over to Trinity Williamson in the corner. Things better of a three-pointer. Good pass over there to Caitlin Lutz. Sydney Seaman's going to step into a three. That's a swish. So Sydney Seaman's up to 5. I believe she had 7 or 9 the other day against Liberty. So Caitlin Lutz gets the rebound. Caitlin Lutz looking to push. Right to Hannah Ming, though. Maybe could have. Hannah Ming goes right at Caitlin Lutz and pushes off, but foul call on Caitlin Lutz. No, either way. So Caitlin Lutz, that's her first, and it'll be a team second of the half. So Hannah Ming can't hit that one. Or maybe does. I believe she did hit that one. So she's up to 14 on the game. Sydney Seaman gets it over to Grace Mills. Grace Mills getting in the lane. Little floater. That's no good. She gets her own rebound. So good hustle there by Grace. She's just going to jack up a three. No. Falls to Caitlin Lutz. Caitlin Lutz gets it back to Grace Mills. Grace Mills is going to attack. Gets it over to Sydney Seaman. Awkward fadeaway shot. Coach Gilbert likes what he sees with the ball movement and attacking. But G-Men unlucky to come away with any points on that possession. Good defense by Madeline Shirky to keep Clark there, as Emma Weiss gets a backside rebound on Grace Mills. Gets another rebound. Gets it tipped away by Caitlin Lutz. Madeline Shirky looks to push. Gets it up to Trinity Williamson. No on that one. Caitlin Lutz, no. So G-Men lead 56-33. Good chase down steal by Caitlin Lutz. G-Men player not able to come away with it. Klein's going to step into a three. No. Sorry, Clark. Clark stepped into a three. No. Weiss couldn't corral the rebound, so neither coach going to sub here before the end of the third quarter. Of course, Jenna Smith and Sarah Seaman on the bench. Sydney Seaman open, gets it up, good cross-court pass there to Caitlin Lutz. Caitlin Lutz gets in the lane, little floater, good. So Caitlin Lutz with 4 points in the quarter, 6 on the game. Hannah Mang needs a pull-up three-pointer. She shoots a half-court shot, misses everything except the top of the backboard. So that brings our score to 58-33 with no time remaining in the third quarter. Fourth quarter will start momentarily, so we'll be back for that. So we're back here, G-men to inbound and begin the fourth quarter. 58-33 is the lead. G-men look to surpass 70 points, possibly 80 for the game. They would need a minimum of a 22-point fourth quarter to reach 80 on the game. Jenna Smith gives a little spin move, gives a dribble down, looks for Trinity Williamson on the back door, gets it into Grace Mills. Trinity Williamson thinks better of a mid-range shot. Sarah Seaman looking to size up Vara, gets it into Jenna Smith. Jenna Smith just continues in, and she's got 19 on the game. Lyowski, no. Caitlin Lutz has done a good job crashing the boards as she gets it into Grace Mills, right back to Jenna Smith. So she's up to 21. Again, Jenna Smith showing just how quick she can and will score. So, again, 21, I believe, for her. Had that big 12-point second quarter to really push things along for her. Paige Mara with the ball at the top of the key, along with Mang, Weiss, Lyodki, and Wotan for the Tigers. Lutz, Mills, Smith. Turnover there by Wotan. So Sarah Seaman, Grace Mills, Caitlin Lutz, Jenna Smith, and Trinity Williamson in for the G-men. They lead 62-33. Sarah Seaman can't get that one, so it's another turnover for her. It is off of Caitlin Lutz's foot, so that'll stay with the Tigers. Trinity Williamson unlucky that she wasn't there to for the ball as Weiss tries to dribble on her over to Wotan. Wotan has the speed to probably get to the basket at will. Jenna Smith overplays the post and gets into the lane. She's running the floor quick. Grace Mills attacks. Should have shot it, but passed it to Jenna Smith and then ultimately out off of Hannah Mang. Jenna Smith gets in the lane, gets fouled before the travel, so she looks to add to her 21 piece. Of course, Jenna Smith has scored 20 a lot this season. I'm sure her scoring average is up there in the high teens. Maybe even higher as she can't hit that one though. She has maybe struggled from the line a little bit tonight. But she does hit that one. She's 6 for 10 from the line, so decent scoring output. Coach from Lake Center is gonna burn his 4th of 5 timeouts as the lead swells to 30 now in the blink of an eye, 63 to 33. Tigers haven't scored in a while. They're gonna need some scoring here in the last 5:46 of the game. So we'll be back in 30 after this timeout for the remainder of the game. So we're back here for the remainder of the game. It's been a longer game than what we've been used to, but thank you for everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it. And we here at Double G TV do appreciate it. Wotan at inbound for the Tigers. Looks like they're going to go Mang, Wotan, Mara, Weiss, and Lyagki, as they're going to get to Hannah Mang in the post. Little fadeaway jumper, no good. So Hannah Mang has had her fair share of shots tonight as Jenna Smith flips it over to Sarah Seaman. Wotan staying tight on Grace Mills. They're going to run a little down screen action, then get the ball into Jenna Smith in the post. Unable to get a shot away as she was being smothered by multiple Tigers. Wotan using that speed out and then almost out off of Jenna Smith, but corralled by Wotan into Paige Mara. As Wotan's going to pull it from mid-range, no. Caitlin Lutt's able to corral another rebound, so Faith West is going to check in for Lyagki, possibly. No, but it is going to be Weiss, so she's going to come into inbound here. So Jenna Smith running the floor here. Get it to Grace Mills. She's going to step into a 3. That's good. So she's up to 19 for the G-men. And then that looks like it was put in by, I'm not exactly quite sure who. Yep, it was Hannah Mang going quick. Jenna Smith is going to pull it from mid-range and swish that. So she's up to 24 on the game. See if she can get to 30 tonight. Faith West is going to pull it from mid-range. Sydney Siemens. I have been informed that by my sources that Jenna Smith is at 999 career points. Not exactly sure, but pretty sure, 99.9% sure. So there will be a massive celebration, I'm sure, as 1,000 career points is quite the milestone. So Jenna getting her 25th point would surpass that, as Hannah May just going to chuck up a three-pointer, no good. Jenna Smith, of course, wants the ball. She wants to get to 1,000. She gets the ball. Maybe trying to force feed her here. Up and no good. So Looks like the 1,000th career point might come at the free throw line. Again, not trying to have an announcer's jinx, but quite possibly could. Can't hit that one, maybe a little anxious. You know, needs to focus here and hit it. So, sure Jenna's mad about that. She's gonna have to, the party will have to wait a little longer. They get into Lyodki, and then defense there by Jenna. Another rebound by Jenna. So, referee spots a foul on the floor by not exactly sure who. Looks like that'll be on Lyodki. That'll be her fifth. They're most definitely going to get a play for Jenna as Trinity Williamson can't save it. Jenna Smith going right at Faith West, and we will wait even more. There it is. So Coach Gilbert calls a timeout. There it is. Jenna Smith, her name will be forever enshrined in Garfield history and probably the state of Ohio history. 1,001 career points for Jenna Smith. There it is. The celebration, clapping, cheering from everyone. I'm sure there would be an even larger celebration with more fans here, but sometimes you just got to embrace the moment. There is tears of joy, tears of years and years of hard work paying off. Looks like her teammates are crying more than she is, but we'll be back after they talk things over here for the rest of the game and continue the celebration. So we'll be back after that. So we're back after the celebrations have taken place. The teams get ready as the G-Men have now doubled up the Lake Center Christian Tigers. It appears that they might reach that 80-point mark as Hannah Main can't hit that one, then gets down her own rebound. Little fadeaway jumper no. Grace Mills, another 1,000-point career point scorer, gets it to Madeline Shirkey. Then can't find the cutting Grace Mills. Madeline Shirkey gets in the lane. Good left-handed layup there. So stat of the night, every single player who has scored for the G-Men or has played for the G-Men has scored. I don't expect Sarah Bittens to go into the game. She must still not be available, just dressed for the senior night, as Hannah Mang has a nice little 18-point performance for the Tigers. So all 7 players for the G-Men as Sarah Seaman gets a three-pointer. So Sarah Seaman also wants to get to 1,000 points tonight. I'm not sure exactly how many she is away, but I'm sure that her being her junior year will eventually reach that mark. As Madeline Shirkey, another ticky-tack foul there. Madeline thought she had good position there, and Swartzen Truber will be shooting 2. She hits that one. So Sarah Seaman has a seat. She had 3 threes in the game. So that's 11 threes in 2 games against Lake Center Christian Tigers. Madeline Shirkey gets the rebound. Looks like Coach Gilbert's going to clean out his bench here as Sydney Seaman gets the basket there. So she's up to 7. Hannah Mang thinks about a 3, gets it over to Wotan. Caitlin Lutz knocks it away, and it's out off of Faith West. So Nora Trent and Riley Swagonski in for the G-men. Looks like Trinity Williamson and Grace Mills will have a seat and end their, not end their careers, but surely put a nice cap on their senior night. Maggie Fogel looks like she's ready to check in for the G-men. Again, the G-men are up 77-38. And that'll be out off of Wotan. Gets it knocked away by, Shirkey gets it knocked away by her. So if so Sarah Bittens does check in. So if she can score in the last minute here, that would be points for all the seniors. Swagonski's going to inbound it to Caitlin Lutz. Swings it over to Sarah Bittens. Gets it over to Fogel. Gets it over to Trent. Gets it over to Lutz. Tigers still playing hard still. As Wotan's going to drive on Trent and pass it right to Swagonski. Riley gets it up to Sarah Bittens, who can't make the layup, maybe a little too hard there. Looks like Sarah Bittens just going to do a little bit of what we call cherry picking. She's going to stay back as Schwartzentruber can't hit that one. Hannah Mang and then Faith West can't put it up. Caitlin Lutz a full court pass. Gets it knocked away. I'm sure that the Tigers aren't trying to let everybody score here, as Sarah Bittens can't get the shot. Gets it over to Trent. Trent gives a pump fake. Trent gets to the lane. She wants a basket. Caitlin Lutz gets it over to Sarah Bittens. And she can't hit that 3-pointer. That would have been a very strong exclamation point, as it's going to be Tigers ball. And G-Men going to walk out of here with another huge win behind. Again, let me do some quick math. 24 points. Nope, 26 points from Jenna Smith. Get her to 1,000 points in the career. Caitlin Lutz with 6. Grace Mills with 19. And Sarah Seaman with 14. Hannah Mang with 18 for the Tigers. And that brings us to the end of the game. Hope everyone enjoyed it. I know I did. We'll be back here tomorrow with streams of we have a triple header for the boys, 4, 5:30, and 7 against home here against Ravenna. Again, freshman at 4, JV at 5:30, and varsity at 7. I'll be doing the JV game, and Coach Gilbert will join me for we'll go for twosers on the varsity game, so tune into that. I believe we're back here Wednesday for another girls home game, but 77-38, G-Men win big, and we'll see you tomorrow.